Hello and welcome to episode number 19 of my Bari career mode. Been having a lot of computer problems lately. That's why I haven't been able to record my... It's hard to charge my laptop. It's 5 years old. Something might be wrong with the battery or the charger. I'm not sure. So I've been trying to figure that out. But I did get to record some footage. I did play 2 games and I simulated this one against Trapani because I figured this would be a relatively easy fixture for us. However, that was not the case. We ended up drawing 1-1. I probably should have played that. Excuse me, but anyway, we'll take the 1 point away from home. Trapani, not a very good side. However, so rejecting some international offers there. Not really something I want to mess around with since I want to just get as far as I can in this career mode over the next few months. But the first real game of this episode was against Sassuolo, a club that we did play last season when they were in Serie A. We played them in the Coppa Italia. I believe it was round 2. And we beat them 1-0 or 2-0. I can't remember for sure, but we dominated that game. Of course, they don't have Domenico Berardi now. Of course, he's property of Juventus, not playing for them anymore, which is unfortunate for them because he was really the only real good player they have. I mean, I know it's Serbi. I'm not quite as familiar with any of the other players, to be totally honest. I have to admit that. They're 4-3-3, kind of like ours, except for they have 2 midfielders forward a little bit, but we were in control of this game most of the time. Sciaudone cuts in early on here, put it on his weaker foot, crossed it into Uchebo. Uchebo got his head on it, however, the goalkeeper would deal with it not rather easily, but fairly easily. Uchebo would win possession back. Galano would then put a through ball in space to Fidato, who would take a touch and then slide it underneath the goalkeeper. And we would go in front 1-0 in the 11th minute. So I was pretty happy about that, considering I figured Sassuolo would be a favorite to, get top 3. At least be right there. So if we could come away with 3 points in this one, then that, I think, proves that this team is capable of doing pretty well in Serie B. But then right around the half-hour mark, a lovely ball from Sciaudone again to Galano, who then gets fouled in the area. It looked like he may have gone down a little easily, but I wasn't sure if it was a penalty because there wasn't a big roar from the crowd or anything. We're playing at home, but right away the referee did point to the spot, so Galano wins us a penalty. Galano hasn't been scoring the goals this year. Uchebo has been the guy for that, but I did decide to let Galano take this one right here. And Galano normally takes the penalties for me. He puts it right down the middle, sends Fabio to his left. Galano picks up a goal to add to his assist, and we went in front 2-0, 32 minutes in. And most of this first half was just us controlling possession, which is okay by me. If we're leading by 2 goals, then why are we going to go forward and try and blow this lead? Especially considering Sassuolo is a pretty decent side. But right before halftime, Uchebo stole possession back and was in on goal for the most part. Maybe 1 defender to beat, but the referee blew for halftime. The ref does that a lot on this game. And it's not, whatever game mode you happen to be playing, whether it's Ultimate Team, Career, whatever whatever. The referee does that a lot when it seems like you have a clear chance to go and get a goal. Even the opposition, really, the computer, it'll seem like they have a good shot or you have a good shot, and the referee will just blow for halftime or full time, and it's really irritating if you're down by a goal and you've got guys going forward and you're in on the 2 center backs or something like that, and the referee blows the whistle. Just a thought from me. But yeah, I randomly think about stuff like that. We did have to deal with some chances from Sassuolo. As you saw, the little scramble there earlier, Gomes did make a save. And then we handled the set piece fairly well. Probably risked giving up a penalty there. However, we didn't give one up. And that's basically what was happening while I was rambling. Seok Ho, our Korean center back that we picked up as a free agent, has been actually very good for us this season. We've kind of rotated Seok Ho, Jonathan Ta, who is on loan, and Samnik. So that's been pretty good. We won that game 2-0, and then a youth squad update right here. A few of these players look like they may be future players for us. Some of them may just be decent reserve players. We'll have to wait until May because that's obviously your players grow when the month of May hits. And that's when you really get to know more about them. So the second and final game of this episode is against Pescara. I love their kits, by the way. They have 3 very nice kits, the home, away, and their alternate. They're all very nice. And a big game, though, because we were sitting in 5th place, 6 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Pescara was 1 point behind us in the table, sitting 6th. A few changes in the lineup. Ta came back in. Kemen was back in. Kaita was in for Fadato. Karaba back in the lineup as well. Emabile was playing in the number 10 role instead of Karaba. So Pescara, there's their lineup of 3-4-3. I don't know why anyone would want to play this formation because I don't think it's very good at all, but that's just me. Random thought. I don't really like it. I have a friend who likes to do that formation quite a bit, and I don't understand why. But early on, we would have to deal with this header here, free header. Chances are that's not going to really test Gomes too much. Little defensive mishap right here. Gomes has to come out. Jonathan Ta came out to try and defend the cross after my right back Cepatelli got beaten, which that really bothers me when it does that because your center back almost always will come over there to try and help out the right back, which really pisses me off because Jonathan Ta is 6'4". He's a big center back. He's a big physical presence, so he's not really a player that I want to be screwing around on the wings. All the way to the 75th minute, Kaita gets a header. Uchebo did have an opportunity on the rebound. His 2-star weak foot let him down, though. Martinelli would then take the ensuing corner. He's a youth player we brought in, and Uchebo, big bad Michael Uchebo, scores his 8th goal of the season, and we go in front 1-0 against Pescara. Another great result here. If we could pick up another 3 points, real good header. That's why I brought him in. He was free, which was such a bargain, even though I paid quite a bit more than what he was earning at his last club as far as what he's making a week. So I think it's worth it. He's leading the league in goals, so no problems there. We would pick up 2 wins in these 2 games, 2 very solid teams. And here's the table right now after 12 matches. We sit in 5th place. We beat Sassuolo and Pescara in this episode. Those teams are sitting 6th and 7th respectively. Sampdoria, Terni, surprisingly, and Empoli are the 3 teams sitting at the top of the table. The next game we would play will be against Livorno. They have the same record that we do, except they have a goal differential of 11 and we have a goal differential of 10. So that will be in the next episode. And if you're just curious, Serie A, the teams that got promoted last season are 16th, 19th, and 20th. I looked that up today while I was playing. The only good team is really Palermo. They're playing fairly well. I looked it up because Brescia is the next team we have to play in the Coppa Italia. So a quick squad report right here of our side. A couple players going up. Jordan Riley, he's not property of us. He's property of Liverpool. Going down by 1. I don't know why, but not really that big of a deal to me because he's not our player. So obviously, a couple players there. Fadato's improving by quite a bit. There's a couple players unhappy right now. I believe Valencia wants to play more. Samnik wants more money, and I did give him more money, and I'm waiting for a response from him. Ramizi wants to play more. Uchebo, 11 games, 8 goals. That's fantastic. He's been so good for us this season, and it's pretty exciting to have a guy like him in the squad. He's still decently young as well, so hopefully he'll probably be the driving force for us getting promoted if we can manage it this year. It'll be a tall task, but it's an achievable one. So That's it for the squad report, and that is it for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and all that. And I will see you on episode 20 next time.